नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं आज डॉक्टर एसी शर्मा सर के साथ हूँ जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से रिटायर हैं। सर थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में एक बार इंट्रोड्यूस कराते हैं। उससे पहले हम आपका वेलकम करते हैं सेक्रेट गुरुकुल एंड सेक्रेट सिविल के चैनल पे।
As
जी सर।
you have been told, I am Dr. C. Sharma.
जी जी जी।
I will start from my education. My higher education, right from BTech, MTech and PhD,
जी जी
all from Banaras Hind University.
जी।
Long back, decades back, I graduated, and subsequently I did MTech also in continuation, and then after coming back I completed my PhD, etc.
जी जी।
And I worked all through 35 years in an institution, R&D institution of Government of India.
जी।
I went through all the ladders, finally reached the joint director level. I retired from there.
Okay sir, that's great. सर एक्चुअली अभी BPSC 2017 का रिजल्ट आया है बिहार, जैसा कि आपको पता है। तो उसमें काफ़ी सारे बच्चे सेलेक्ट हुए हैं, अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 3100 बच्चों का सिलेक्शन हुआ है जो कि इंटरव्यू के लिए क्वालिफाई हुए हैं। तो सर उनको एक गाइडलाइन चाहिए कि किस तरीके से इंटरव्यू में रिप्रेजेंट होना है, किस तरीके से उनको किस तरीके के सवाल आते हैं इंटरव्यू में, वो सारी चीज़ें। तो एक छोटा सा ब्रीफ के बारे में बता सकते?
Yes, Professor Shashi, I think it's very important to prepare for the interview. Yes. No one should go unprepared for the success. I would say that before discussing technicalities, there is something which is required from all the students who are appearing for the interview.
जी जी।
They should try to be to the point to the interviewer, because they are much above us.
Yeah, exactly.
Their knowledge level is much above us. So we should not try to mislead them. All I mean to say that we should be to the point. Whatever has been asked, we should answer. We should not go too much beyond the question. And never mislead them, because as I told, they are of much higher level. You should speak confidently.
Yes sir.
But only truth.
Yes sir, exactly. उनको ब्लफ नहीं करना है, उनको जो आता है सो सही बताना है, बीच में कोई ऐसा झूठ मतलब किसी तरह से ब्लफ नहीं करना है।
Sure.
Exactly. सो सर वहाँ पे फिजिकल अपीयरेंस, एटीट्यूड, हर चीज़ मैटर करता है इंटरव्यू के टाइम पे, हर चीज़ के मार्क्स होते हैं।
राइट।
तो सर जैसे कि आपने रिटायर सीमेंट की अगर बिल्डिंग मटेरियल की हम बात कर लें, तो थोड़ा सा एक ब्रीफली बता सकते हैं सर कि बिल्डिंग मटेरियल से किस तरीके के सवाल, क्या डीप लेवल के सवाल पूछे जाएंगे या बेसिक लेवल के सवाल पूछे जाएंगे, किस तरीके के सवाल?
आई थिंक इफ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन बिल्डिंग मटेरियल्स, there are so many materials available, but the prime material I would say is cement.
Yeah, exactly sir.
Cement is something without which probably no building material can be used.
Yeah, exactly sir, exactly.
So you should prepare for cement. I won't say you go much detail into how the setting takes place, all those things, but at least you should know its application. Concrete side, because concrete is a civil engineering thing. So what type of cement should be used in concrete, and then details of different types of concrete.
जी sir.
Today the world is very smart, very much new things are available.
New technology हमेशा आते जा रहे हैं.
Be familiar with the newer developments.
जी sir.
The preliminary and primary things are now over. This is the age of newer development, newer concretes have come, so try to be thorough about them.
जी सर, जैसे कि सीमेंट की अगर हम बात ही कर ले तो सीमेंट में इंग्रेडिएंट्स हो गए, उनके सारे टेस्ट हो गए, उनके बॉक्स कंपाउंड हो गए, जैसे कि आपको फील्ड टेस्ट कौन सा होगा, लेबोरेटरी टेस्ट कौन सा हो गया, वो सारे सेटिंग टाइम, इनिशियल सेटिंग टाइम, फाइनल सेटिंग टाइम।
As most of you have gone through cement lab or building materials lab, you must have performed all the tests for cement.
जी सर, exactly.
So you should be, or you must be thorough about those things. And at least the direct relevance of the test you must know. If not much deep, you should know why we are adding this much water. Then what's the significance of initial setting and final settings? The strength parameters.
Yes sir, exactly.
And a little more, if I go beyond these things, you should know a little bit about the manufacturing of cement, how cement is made, what are the raw materials.
Yes sir, exactly.
Most of you may not be knowing that cement is made at very, very high temperature. So a little bit you should enter into its manufacturing. I will not say much detail,
yes sir,
but the parameters, the steps involved, you should know.
Yeah, the basic thing they should know कि basic चीजें क्या पूछा जा सकता है. Basic हर चीज का मतलब basic अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए कि और अच्छे से basic पढ़ के भी जाना चाहिए.
Yes, yes.
क्योंकि deep में पूछने से पहले वो basic में.
Yes, yes. They will start from basics, and once you are through with basics,
yes,
satisfactorily they will come the next level.
हाँ, okay, okay sir. कि मतलब हमने पहले basic बता दिया तो कहेंगे अच्छा तुम्हारे लेवल
yes.
थोड़ा और बढ़ते हैं लेवल
yes,
एक लेवल. Yes sir.
That's the normal approach.
थैंक यू सर इसके बताने के लिए. इसके बाद सर अगर हम बात कर लेते हैं हाइड्रोलॉजी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कि हाइड्रोलॉजी में आज के डेट में इंजीनियरिंग एस्पेक्ट से किस तरीके के सवाल किए जा सकते हैं जो इंटरव्यू में पूछे जा सकते हैं, क्योंकि जैसा कि आपने बताया बेसिक क्वेश्चंस तो सर
यस यस क्वाइट राइट.
कुछ बच्चों का सवाल भी है हाइड्रोलॉजी का सर, तो मैं आपको एक साथ शेयर करता जाऊँ. तो बच्चों ने शेयर किया तो एक बार बताइए सर कि हाइड्रोलॉजी में किस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस मतलब पूछे जा सकते हैं.
यस हाइड्रोलॉजी, वंस यू प्रिपेयर हाइड्रोलॉजी,
जी सर,
ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड दैट if you are a civil engineer, I feel you cannot escape this subject from questioning. There is enough chance, rather full chance, that you will be asked something. So try to be thorough with this subject.
yes sir.
Hydrology is not just, we say, it deals with water. It deals right from its occurrence, its flow, its application, and ultimately it is playing a role in the economy of the country. So you should prepare from that point of view. You should have complete gamut of the activities involved in hydrology, right from the, if I say, hydrological cycle,
जी sir.
how the cycle is formed. Not only its basics, most of us have superficial knowledge that evaporation, water goes to upper level, it converts into clouds and it's come away.
जैसे कि हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल की बात कर लेते
that
हैं.
even a primary student knows, but we should know the technology behind it, the reasoning, the mechanism. You should be thorough because you are an engineer.
Yes, exactly.
Much more is expected from you. So try to be technically thorough.
तो सर इस तरीके से हाइड्रोलॉजी में जैसे मान लें कि बिहार स्टेट की ही बात कर लेते हैं, तो ग्राउंड वाटर रिचार्ज के केसेस में आपको कुछ क्या बच्चे मतलब इंटरव्यू में सवाल पूछा जा सकता है ग्राउंड वाटर रिचार्ज, क्योंकि आज के डेट में हमें पता है कि वाटर स्कैरसिटी हर जगह पे है.
Yes, yes, yes.
तो उसके लिए क्या किस तरीके के क्वेश्चन?
I think as we know, I should say the world is fighting a battle against the groundwater.
जी सर.
The scarcity is very, very highest level. The people are not getting enough water for drinking.
जी सर.
So this groundwater becomes a very, very important subject. And we should know from where it comes, what is its source,
जी सर.
and how does it go below the earth level in different strata of the earth, and the water table is going down day by day. So we should be thorough with the recharge.
Yes sir, exactly.
Recharge techniques. And there are so many techniques that I need not detail out.
Yeah, exactly.
So you go through all those and concentrate mainly on technical part of it. I think you will be able to take care of the subject.
Yes sir, exactly. तो सर मतलब कहने के मतलब ग्राउंड वाटर रिचार्ज काफी इम्पोर्टेंट पैरामीटर है.
And because this is a problem to the world, so this has to come up.
तो इस तरीके की अगर आपके साथ मतलब ग्राउंड वाटर को रिचार्ज करना है तो किस तरीके से आप रिचार्ज करोगे, इस प्रॉब्लम से कैसे बाहर निकलोगे, ये भी एक सवाल बन सकता है सर.
जी जी.
तो ये चीज़ें बच्चों को जानना ज़रूरी है.
यस यस
यस सर, एग्जैक्टली. फिर हाइड्रोलॉजी में अगर हम देखे जाए सर तो कुछ मेथड हो जाते हैं कि कौन से मेथड है, या फिर इन्फिल्ट्रेशंस की बात करते हैं, प्रेसिपिटेशंस की बात
करते हैं. यस यस. एज यू ऑल नो, infiltration is one of the most dependable method, and I should say this is the only method to recharge and replenish the groundwater. So infiltration we all know, but how does infiltration takes place? What are the factors which affect the infiltration?
Exactly sir.
So those factors you should try to analyze even more than what is given in books and literature. You should also be thorough with the publications. Journals publish some new researches, so those things you should take care, and you should give the utmost and most modern information to the interview board so that you make it impressive and things go in your favor.
We can say the practical aspects से जो points आते हैं, चाहे इन्फिल्ट्रेशंस की बात कर ले या फिर रन ऑफ की बात करें कि किस तरीके के प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं। जैसे कि अगर हम बात कर ले कि हमने जैसे कि एग्जामिनेशंस में बच्चे ने जो पढ़ा होगा वाटर बजट इक्वेशंस क्या होता है, आपका जो हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल क्या होता है, उसके अलावा उनको प्रैक्टिकली जानना ज़रूरी होगा कि किस तरह, क्योंकि इंटरव्यूअर तो ये जानना चाहे कि कितना आपको टेक्निकली नॉलेज है, कितना आप चीज़ों को जानते हो अच्छे तरीके से।
So while preparing for interview,
जी सर,
it is different from what you have done in written. That's okay, but partly you should be able to defend that what you all theoretically know. You should be able to apply this knowledge in practice, in field.
जी सर,
Then only you are an engineer. And your thinking process and knowledge should be above the person who is doing it, because you are a guiding person.
जी जी जी,
You are not being guided, you are guiding somebody.
yes sir,
So your level of knowledge should be above that.
yeah exactly,
And you should be aware of all the techniques which are generally being used. For example, if we take the case of floods in our country and even outside, floods is a recurring problem. We see that in different parts of the country every year, sometimes in Bihar, sometimes in Odisha, sometimes in Bengal. It's a problem, and very serious problem.
जी जी जी
We are losing human beings, property,
जी
and even the quality of the earth,
जी exactly sir,
the fertile soil, the top level goes away.
yes sir exactly,
So we have to find out the solutions of the flood. But every solution is not applicable in every case. So you have to first study what's the problem exactly and which technique in this particular situation is applicable.
जी जी जी,
And you should do that, and also go through the history or the past practice which had been used by your predecessors, your seniors.
इट मीन्स सर कि कंप्लीट केस स्टडी अबाउट द फ्लड हाइड्रोग्राफ कह सकते हैं, चाहे वो हम किसी भी फॉर्मेट में, चाहे हम जो एस्कर बनाते हैं या
Yes,
किसी
yes.
में तो हाइड्रोग्राफ की जो बात करते हैं, कंप्लीट केस स्टडी करना प्रीवियसली 10 साल के पहले के लिए, 20 साल पहले,
Yes, yes.
50 साल पहले, ये सारी चीज़ें सर।
So without knowing the background completely, I think it will be difficult for you to solve the problem in the field. You can write, you can explain to people, but doing something and showing the results is very difficult. So
Yeah, exactly.
be prepared from the past, take the lesson and submit your results successfully.
सो ये सब तो सारी चीज़ें आपने सर, आप अपनी तरफ से कोई अगर ऐसा कोई टिप्स देना चाहें बच्चों को, ट्रिक्स देना चाहें फॉर द इंटरव्यू कि इस तरीके का आपको ध्यान रखना है क्वेश्चंस के पैटर्न के, चाहे हाइड्रोलॉजी सब्जेक्ट हो या फिर बिल्डिंग मटेरियल सब्जेक्ट हो, तो वो एक बार आप सब।
I think very pertinent question. We prepare everything, we are very sound in technology, mechanism, etc. But how to react to a question, it also carries some weight. Many times what happens, even the full question has not come out and we start answering. So we should be patient enough to listen the question
जी सर,
from the board member.
जी जी जी,
And every board he will give you time, not that he finishes and you start. You can take 10 to 15 minutes time to assimilate the question and then you can answer, because no answer without thinking.
जी सर,
You should have a thought process for few seconds, make up your mind what you're going to speak and then speak. I think you will be able to convey
जी जी
what
जी
you
सर,
want to convey,
जी जी
and in that case the right thing will go.
जी सर, जी सर,
And as I probably said earlier also,
जी
try to be brief and to the point. And if you don't know anything, you, as I said, don't bluff your people
Yeah,
there.
exactly.